A pleasure to be here today with Mr. Amit Nagpal. Sir, welcome to the Kolkata Literature Festival. At the outset, let me ask you, your session is called The Theatre of the Mind, very intriguingly titled. What are you looking forward to and what do you think the session is going to be about?
Well, it's first and foremost, Priyam, thank you for having me here. Thank you to KLF 23. And it's indeed a pleasure and honor to be here. The topic is quite intriguing, but the way I take it, my interpretation of the topic is to talk about emotional intelligence, the mental well being, and how leaders. Can become more impactful in their both their personal journey as well as in their professional journey. So it's all about managing your emotions, managing your mind, and that's what theater is. That's the analogy that I can draw from. That you get to see all colors, yeah, in the theater of mind, and that's what life is all about. Different colors, diverse emotions that we go through, the challenges and the joyous occasions, and how do we manage ourselves, how do we really not only manage ourselves, become self-aware, and also support others to become emotionally well as much. So that's the topic. That's the way I understand it. Yeah.
As someone who's had so much of experience in corporate life, who's seen so much of different kinds of challenges in corporate life, how would you say leadership in corporate life works? If you have to identify maybe two or three key values or two or three key principles around which corporate leadership revolves, what would be those and why?
I think it revolves around four five things. So the first is the leader intentful? Yeah. What's the intention of the leader, whether they want to uh, build a product or a service? So the clarity of mind is very important. The second element around it is being humble enough in seeking inputs and ideating from others, ideating along with others, and then not just ideating but also implementing those ideas. So a good leader not only picks up inputs from others and uses their brains, but also help you know help with the impact of the whole process. Deliver that, and then also look at how this action of theirs has impacted the process or the service or the product that they are delivering, and also have a mindset of improvement. That it's never enough where we have reached, right? We can do a lot better. So good leaders, to summarize this part of my thought processes, are very good in articulating their thought processes. Their intentions are very clear. They are idea focused, and they're focused around taking actions on those ideas, implementing those ideas, and also looking at the impact of those ideas, and also finally improving them. Does that answer
Yeah,
your question?
absolutely. Now, in sports and politics, we often hear the phrase leading from the front. The leader who takes responsibility comes to the fore, takes up the charge. But how important is it in corporate life to sometimes also lead from the back? As not be somebody who takes up the spotlight, as somebody who defers and delegates, as somebody who actually gives away power rather than taking it. So, what would you say about that?
Yeah, that's a right spirit, and I've been grateful to have so many leaders with whom I've had a rub off, who've demonstrated what you've just beautifully articulated. And um, and they don't intend to take the limelight all by themselves. They're always willing to challenge you in a very positive manner. They are enablers more than leaders. They help you enable and give you the right direction, get you the resources. And but when it comes to situations not being as good as you were expecting, they're the front ones. They come in the front and take the responsibility of why this did not happen. And so these are very evolved leaders. Do you see them all the time? The answer would be no. But do you see people who have been very successful, have created a huge talent pipeline, are the ones who don't believe in just taking the limelight on themselves, but believe in empowering others, enabling others.
Wonderful. Finally, let's talk about your book, Elephant at the Dinner Table. Firstly, that must be one big dinner table then. But what is the book about and how would you describe it to potential readers?
Well, the book is a chronicle of my journey, my learning journey. I call myself as an experiential leader. So my book is all about snippets, short stories, 33 short stories of my life journey on topics such as emotional intelligence, finding a mentor and a coach, learning from mistakes, understanding culture of the clients, culture of your organization in which you're working, being a learner for life, why career conversations are important. So this book is all around my learnings over the last 34 years as a professional, and it's sheer the power of storytelling that's in action in the book. Yeah, so I encourage readers to read those stories, and then there are reflection pages. There is a lot of academic rigor to the book as well. So my stories have been correlated with academic models. So while I didn't know that I'm actually applying a model, it turned out to be like that. Yeah, so that's the uniqueness. It's a highly researched work. I interviewed about 300 leaders across the globe, and did a lot of research, a lot of study around these topics, and connected the stories with these topics. And I'm very glad that the book is done really well. The publishers tell me 5 rounds of prints have happened ever since the book got launched, and it was also on the Amazon bestseller list for 100 plus days, and in the business ethics category, and top 5 books in the management category. So I feel very fulfilled, and almost ready to finish my second manuscript. So I'm working on that as well. So
Thank you so much, sir. Have a lovely time at KLF.
thank you, Priyam. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.